We are live in 5, 4, 3. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I am your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from the Smut Studio in Venice Beach, California, with my co-host, Joey. No chill, pray now.
Andrew, good eves.
Oh, dropping the eaves on me. How are you this evening, Joseph?
I'm all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, you know,
What you need?
nothing right now. I'm good. I've got a Miller Lite. I've got a water. I've got a little basketball on in the background. I've got some sports to talk. Yeah, I don't think I need anything in the moment.
You sound a little depressed.
You're like a therapist. You nailed that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say the depression level is high.
The knee.
Yeah, amongst other things, the knee. The knee is just a baseline of depression.
Yeah.
It's hard to get out of it. It's hard to get away from the knee. You know, I just want to walk away from the depression that is my knee. But I'm going everywhere with crutches. Everything is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but you've had. Let's give an update. You went and saw the doctor the other day.
People might notice the viewers of the tube, the you out there who enjoy the tube. The last few episodes since the injury, I've had a big brace on. The brace is gone, and I now only need to wear it in what the doctor called high-risk situations, which I guess means when people are around,
Walking down Mildred.
walking down Mildred, fighting bouts in the Stardome. Anywhere there's a crowd,
Yeah.
bad weather, whatever.
High risk situations.
Yeah. But otherwise, if I'm going to be safe and I'm going to be, unbumped, I can now be without my brace. So that's my update, which is good. And the other update, which was surprising, I didn't think I was going to get this. You took me to the doctor on Monday. They took all my images and they said it. The doctor now said I can do whatever I want in terms of moving my knee that I am comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I can bend it as much as I want. I can twist it as much as I want. I can't stand on it. That's the one limitation I still have. You just can't use it for its purpose, but you can bend it as much as you'd like when you're sitting down. So that's a fun little thing. Just
I tell you what, though,
bend
man,
away.
this whole knee
about
process.
as far as I can bend it, but
How much does it make you really appreciate these athletes that go through awful knee injuries? Right? It's got to put some perspective on that.
yeah, I mean, it does. It also, the ACL, MCL, all that stuff that you always see, and you're like, ooh, that looks so bad. I wish that's what happened. The ligament stuff in the end is a far easier fix, which I never knew.
Yeah.
I never knew. I always thought that was like the worst thing that could happen to you. A bone, you break it, they cast it, you're fine. Surgery if you ligament. Nope. I learned you can actually have the worst of both worlds. If you break a part of your leg.
You gonna snowboard again?
I am planning to.
You are.
Yeah. That's something that people keep saying to me. I think because of my age. Like, people don't even ask. They just say, so that's it for snowboarding. Like, they've decided for me, which I've been doing the joke on stage that this isn't something you would ever do if I injured it in any other way.
Yeah.
Like, if I got into a car accident, no one would be like, so just the bus from here on out? You're just going to keep it hyper local?
That's a good premise.
Just going to stick around your neighborhood?
Yeah. I like that.
I'd be like, no, I'm going to definitely drive again.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, like I always thought.
So wait a second. Hold on. Let me cut you off if I can real quick. So what you're saying, Joe, is one horrific injury shouldn't stop you from doing something. Looks like I'm boozing again.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the doctor told you that there could be some repercussions that come with that.
Sure.
But to me, I've always. I mean, I'm getting older. There's no sign that I am having a child anytime soon. But I always thought I would teach my kids to ski, teach my kids to snowboard, and I'm still planning on doing that if I could ever manage to have and afford them.
Well, We got a fun little show tonight. We're going to try to keep it relatively not too long, I don't think.
Yeah. See you in 2 hours.
Yeah, that's always what happens.
Yeah.
I want to start off by the Mildred debacle. We have to go there. Can we go there? I know it's that time of year where we can go there. I posted this on Twitter today. It's probably the craziest video I've ever posted.
Now, are you going to play the video? Is that part of the thing here?
I'm going to play it.
Because you sent it to me. I had a lot to do tonight. I uploaded the new Dirty Slides. Our Twitter, for some reason, has been, like, revoked. But there's a new Dirty Slides episode if you need baseball talk.
Wait, you're what?
Something happened. I don't know what's going on. I talked about it on Dirty Slides. They have
Suspended you guys?
no, but like when I log in, they say I have to confirm my identity via email, but they refuse to send me an email. They're like, so put in your email address, and then I do, and then they never send it.
Yeah.
So, Dirty Slides Twitter is down.
Well, I want to post this, or I want to play this video. I'm going to put it on the big screen, too. I'm going to put it up top because this video is just wild. So, you always hear crackheads on Mildred Avenue. You know this. And Nick, you can try. It's funny because I asked Nick. I want to hear Nick's opinion because Nick's been here like.
Rock cocaine addicts.
Yes.
Crackhead's sort of a derogatory term these days.
I agree.
We want to make sure YouTube doesn't suspend us or anything.
What's your take? Like, you're
Well,
desensitized by it now.
Earlier today, yeah, there was some hoopla outside. But yeah, like I said to you earlier, it's like you get so used to it, especially with the window open, it just becomes white noise.
Yeah.
Just kind of like you live in a big city.
It's
you
not
hear
white
traffic.
noise. I can assure you that much.
Yeah, so like I didn't really think much of it, but Ruther has a nose for this kind of stuff.
I do. Like I know different crackhead banter, and I knew I had a sixth sense that this was gonna be some real shit, right? And I was right. And I'll play the audio, and I posted the video on Twitter.
You posted on, and it has 4,000 views already?
Yeah. So
Wow.
one guy basically is threatening to stab a guy with it's like a prison shank, and he has it.
Okay.
And I'm filming the whole thing, and this is the exchange that they have. And I figured, Joe, you and I can do like a play-by-play or maybe a breakdown, and I can pause it whenever. Let's get it. I don't know why it took a second. Let's try this again. Come on. I wonder if it's because I'm casting it. God damn it. This is off to a hot start. We're going to edit this one out. I don't know why it's doing this. Well, Brandon, can you see it from here?
I mean, yeah, I can see right there.
Okay. Let's play it from here. Because I don't know why it's not playing it there. All right, let's try this again.
It's great.
This is amazing. I mean, it's just not. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Twitter does that to me sometimes where I can't hear the sound on a Twitter video.
It was doing that the other day to me, too.
Yeah.
Where suddenly you can't hear the sound. I got the sound on.
Yeah, I know. Twitter videos do this to me.
Wow.
Is your
No.
site muted?
No.
No,
Twitter
Twitter
was
videos does this to me. Well, I'll be not my videos either. Just like I could be watching this and I won't hear it for some reason.
So you can see he's holding a knife, and there he's basically, God, I wish we had the audio. He's basically saying, "Don't say it, don't say it," and he comes back again with the knife. This is a shame that we can't play the audio. Well, guys, it just gives you a read. Just go on my goddamn Twitter. I don't know why it's not playing it, because every other sound works on this.
You know, Andy, you've been going to church a lot lately, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I have been.
You shared that with me.
I did.
Twice in the past 30 days.
Still throwing out a lot of goddams, though.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that.
I agree.
It's fine. But that's a whole other discussion, the church thing. It's a place to relax for me. It is.
You got the beach right there. You can't relax at the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, let the judgment come from you guys. I mean, my mom did just die. So, like, it's given me a different perspective on things. And, like, it's not turned me into the most religious person, but it's turned me into... I've always felt better when I leave church. So, I like to go on Saturday night, 5:30 in Venice. I feel better. Feel more spiritual. There's some cute girls. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. See, I was trying to throw that in there. Are you busting my balls a little, Frano?
What are you talking about? No, I just during you've it seems like you've during your moments of frustration, it seems like you have switched maybe your go-to curse for goddamn, which is surprising for a churchgoer like yourself.
I wouldn't call myself a church goer.
You go to church.
I've gone to church a couple times.
You're a churchgoer.
Do you have a favorite Catholic song?
I don't know.
I'm a big fan of "Eat This Bread."
Is that a song?
Eat this bread,
Drink
drink
this
this cup. Comes to me and never be hungry.
I don't know that one. I'm gonna lie, we didn't have that.
I mean, Ave Maria. We all know that one.
That shit slaps.
St. Patrick's Church in Bedford didn't do Eat That Bread.
You didn't?
No.
No?
Eat That Bread wasn't on our playlist.
About Eagle's Wings.
I don't know. What's Eagle's Wings?
I will raise you up on Eagle's
Oh,
Wings.
that's another good one.
Yeah, I think maybe I've heard that.
That's a good one for a funeral. They put that one at my mom's funeral. That's like a huge funeral one. What are some other ones, Nick? Let's just talk about church songs. Let's do no sports. Can you imagine if you're tuning into our show for the first time? They're like, man, I thought this was dirty sports.
Here I am, Lord. It's another good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
You got a pretty good voice.
thank you.
You want to start going to church with me?
I would do that. I used to be in the church choir.
You were?
I was in the church choir when I
Ooh.
was like, I was probably in like third, fourth grade, something like that.
Why'd
Yeah.
you stop?
Because I was just in third and fourth grade, you know, like.
All right. Well, let's talk a little sports. The game ended. Who won the game? I wasn't paying
The
attention.
Mavericks
The
won.
Mavericks.
The Mavericks won.
Put on these headphones for nothing. Damn.
What did Zion do tonight?
I'll tell you in like 15 seconds.
Well, Luka and Porzingis, both 30 points. Porzingis, I think it was 12 rebounds,
Yeah.
couple blocks. Luka triple-double, 30-plus triple-double. Those guys. It's a good little duo there. I was looking for a Porzingis take that somebody made a couple of years ago toward me, and something I like to do. I have this thing where I remember.
Wait a second. So, like, you're going on Twitter and searching.
Like, for example, I remember every day that Devin Springfield, DirtBall, Devin, I know you see him. I know you see him. I've tweeted, you owe me an apology. I've tweeted at Freezing Cold Takes. I've tweeted you numerous times. I know you see them. He refuses to admit that he came at me hard. And I spent, 90 minutes going back and forth with him on the because he's a Boston Celtics slurper. All Boston Celtics down his
Is this Kyrie?
I said the Celtics are better at that. Prano, this is the worst take. You know you're wrong. Like, is there anybody that thinks that the Boston Celtics currently are better if they have Kyrie Irving?
Well, at this point, it's been proven.
I know.
They're better before him. They get worse with him. Better again without
Yeah.
him.
Don't tell that to Devin Springfield.
Oh, D. Springfield.
But I remembered a terrible Porzingis take, but I didn't remember who had it, so I put in Fix Your Life and Porzingis. But then I discovered a great one that I had completely forgotten, and the kid was like, "Prano, how did you even find this?" Because I sent it to him. I said it was great. It's great when I find gems that I didn't even know existed. But here's a good one. I just sent it to him. This was from gotta give him his deserved shout out. This was from Carter at Carter W321. I made a joke about Kyle Kuzma years ago. He goes, I don't know about top 15 all time, but he's definitely better than Kristaps Porzingis. Oh, the Kyle Kuzma is better than Kristaps Porzingis take. Definitely better.
Whatever happened to Kuzma's accused rape?
I don't know.
I feel like that just went away. You ever notice that some of these things just disappear?
From Flint,
Michigan?
Kyle Kuzma. Yeah.
Really?
Oh
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So what were we looking up tonight? We were looking up something,
Did
right?
his hair happen because he drinks the water still? Like what?
Maybe that's an homage to his boy Eminem then. I never made that link before, but yeah, they're both from Detroit area.
How far is Flint from Detroit?
It's like 25, 30.
It's that
Minutes?
close.
Or
Pretty
miles?
close, yeah. Minutes.
Yeah.
Minutes. Which I guess in the Midwest is the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
It is.
Not this LA life. Not about that. Nicky Dale's learning that the hard way, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's he learning? The traffic's a thing?
Well, also, I also don't have a car, so I guess you can't say I'm learning.
You're
that.
learning when we do excursions.
Yeah. When we went to Inglewood, that was.
I mean,
that
have you
was kinda
been
my-
have you been like east of the 405?
With him,
Yeah.
that's a good question. Have we? I think
What
we
did you go to Inglewood for?
we're shooting a Andy Goes to Costco.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's
so that
Hawthorne?
but that oh, the Hawthorne one. So yeah, so you were that's west of the 405. Just slightly.
Yeah, barely. Don't we're gonna have some stuff planned.
Okay.
I'll get him out there. Do you think Steph Curry should be playing?
Why? Well, I mean, yeah. So,
He's gonna play tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, the guy. The thing is, like, kind of why play, but then the thing is, if he's fully healthy, why not play? You know, if he's fully healthy, he's a basketball player. Play. You know, play with some of these guys you're gonna play with next year. Try to end the season on a high note. Stockpile career stats.
Yeah.
I mean, and also with the NBA and their new draft lottery policy, the bottom 3 teams all have the same chance to get the number 1 pick. So they've already pretty much
Trust me.
secured a spot of getting the best chances. This is just a move to make the fans happy,
Yeah.
season ticket holders.
First year in San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, but if there's no limitations, then do it. But if I certainly wouldn't play if I was 91%.
Yeah.
But if he's 100%, yeah, get back out there.
Can I say something completely unrelated? This coronavirus has got me so paranoid. They tell you not to touch your face and mouth. I keep wanting to touch my face and mouth now. It makes me want to touch it more, but
I mean,
not.
when you come home from being outside, wash your hands and then touch away.
I don't know, man. You know, I do that show at a hostel every Tuesday.
Just touch your face.
I know. That's what I'm saying because I wanted to. I was so paranoid last night.
Just wash your hands, dog.
It's all foreigners there. And I even made a joke on stage. I was like, you guys better not give me the coronavirus. I stared directly at the Italians, the Japanese. I mean, that's what.
Italians.
We do.
Have you seen that? Have you been following the corona stuff? Bro, Italy is a hotbed.
A lot of corona cases?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Northern Italy, bro.
Well, those are not my people.
I'm just saying.
May as well be Swiss. Northern Italy.
It's still your people, bro.
Don't hate on the boot.
Are you concerned?
About what? The
Coronavirus.
No, I'm not.
Like, I'm trying not to touch my face. I just keep
Just
wanting.
wash your hands.
I know, but
dog.
I keep wanting to touch my face.
You have God on your side. You go to church every Saturday.
I don't go to church every Saturday. I've gone twice since I've been back. Although the other 2 times I would have gone, but we were doing live broadcasts. Anyway, this isn't about that, Joe.
I'm not sure what the show's about at this point.
I don't know either.
So far, we dipped into should Steph Curry play? that's all we did is in terms of sports so far. Should Steph Curry play? Yeah, if he's healthy. Okay.
Do you support Spike Lee?
Not as a person or just a general life force.
You don't like Spike Lee movies?
I like a couple Spike Lee movies. Early movies were great. Inside Man, fantastic. 25th Hour is classic. But Spike's also made some trash too. Spike's the kind of guy who smells his own farts. Spike really thinks really highly of himself.
I smell my own farts.
If he really enjoys it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spike, first of all, Spike has made himself this Knicks fan, like, good for Spike, by the way. I know it came out that he's been paying, what did he say, $300,000 for 30 years. He spent close to $10 million on Knicks. The guy's certainly invested in the Knicks.
Well, look,
he's the face of Knicks fandom, but like
he's boycotting him because he walked in the media entrance.
Just the employee entrance, I think.
yeah, employee, media, and handicap. Like I think.
Yeah, exactly.
He says he's been using it the entire time.
And they're claiming he should be using the VIP entrance. So now he's boycotting the Knicks, saying they treated him like Charles Oakley.
Which the Knicks,
he spends $300,000 a year.
That's what I said.
Okay.
So he spent close to $10 million on Knicks tickets over his 30 years as a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
This is like a perfect story that tells you everything you need to know about Spike Lee and everything you need to know about the New York Knicks. Spike Lee used the VIP entrance like everybody else. That's a very important person. That is where you're supposed to enter with your ticket. Stop going through the handicap media entrance and smelling your own farts on your way in.
But I'm confused with the difference because a VIP entrance sounds cool.
Yeah.
So what's the difference
It's
between?
It's probably more convenient to him to where he enters the garden or whatever. Who knows? Or maybe he just doesn't want to enter. Maybe he wants to feel extra special.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of thing Spike Lee would do. Now, that being said, he's always done this and they've always let him, the idea that they then stop him once he's already in the garden, try to remove him from the garden, try to make him re-enter through a different thing, that is so Knicks.
Yeah.
James Dolan is such a trash bag. He is throwing people out. He is really approaching this like he is Hitler. If you talk badly about James Dolan and he knows about it, you're removed. You're blocked from coming into the garden. James Dolan is a joke, a terrible owner. He's run one of the marquee franchises in the NBA into the ground, and he's acting like no one should be able to say that.
I wonder how much conversation.
He had people removed from the garden tonight for chanting, "Sell the team."
But that's what I'm saying.
Is that even legal?
Well, first of all, it is. It's running it like it's a fascist regime. Wait, what are you, Mussolini?
Yeah.
Hitler? You Pol Pot?
We get it. You know your fascist leader.
Joseph,
you were just about to do another one.
Joseph Stalin?
We get it. You were a history major.
Nah, almost. I love my history, though. What I was going to say earlier was you have to wonder at this point with him and with the organization, what the NBA, like, what is Adam Silver? Again, a marquee franchise. They're still valued. The highest valued NBA franchise is still the New York Knicks.
Despite the fact that they're trash.
That's what I'm saying.
7th consecutive losing season, I believe.
How does this happen in New York?
As like
the most famous arena?
Yeah. The Garden is amazing, by the way. Have you been to Madison Square Garden?
I haven't.
It's incredible.
It's on my list.
It's truly like an experience. It feels different. Now, maybe this is me growing up a Knicks fan. Maybe this is me having some sense of childlike, wonder when I walk in and I go, but like it feels different when you walk in the Garden than any other basketball arena I've ever been in. I can't explain it. Sitting in the seats feels different. The way it's lit feels different. Everything about the Garden, it is truly the mecca of basketball. It's the world's most famous arena. It's incredible. And it is being run into the ground by a guy who just like how long it's one of those things where how long do you have to be bad at something before you go, hey, man, this ain't for you?
That's my point.
He's been putting out a podcast for 20 years that 0 people listen to. Why are you doing this?
He's a podcast.
No, I'm saying that was the example. Like if he were us,
I was like,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like no one listens. It's the epitome of bad. He's a investment banker that only loses money. Bro, you're not an investment banker. He's a doctor who just loses patients on the table. This ain't for you.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So, I just don't again, I am not a Spike Lee. I'm not a fan of Spike Lee the person. Like some of his movies, but seems always to be like it's a very look at me. Look at how great I am, blah 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 blah. And that was my tweet. Getting me to agree with Spike Lee about anything is a new low, even for the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
If you let him enter through this door all the time, just let him do it. You need all the good press.
That was exactly what I was going to say. The last thing the Knicks need as a franchise is just more negative
It's not the
news.
Knicks, though. That's the thing. It's not the Knicks. It's just Dolan. The Knicks are still the Knicks. That's the hardest part about it. The New York Knicks franchise is still there. There's still history. There's still greatness. And it's just being snuffed out by this owner.
Can I say something, though? Is there?
Yeah, because
But let's keep it real for a minute. What's this great history of the Knicks? When's the last time they won a title? 1970?
yeah, but also in the 90s, all through the 90s and into the early 2000s, they're highly competitive. They're the only team that really comes close to taking down Jordan during the stretch, besides that Magic team who beat him in the playoffs.
Did they ever even go 7 games?
Well, yeah, they did go 7 games with them, and they also had series that didn't go 7 games at like the Charles Smith series, all that stuff where it's like,
yeah,
they give, but again, these are 6 and 7 game series where then they go on to sweep the team they play in the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or win 4-1. It's like, and all of that, and they sold out for 20 plus years every game.
Yeah.
For whatever, like, people want to be there, and now he is ruining that one aspect of the Knicks that in the past has always given them an opportunity to be good, which is that people want to play in New York.
Yeah.
But they don't want to play for him now.
It's sad. It's a sad state of affairs.
Adam, like, the thing about it, the thing that bothers me about the commissioners, whether it be Manfred or whatever, is like the NBA forced a team away from Donald Sterling. Why does James Dolan get to keep doing this? He just gets to say, if you say things at my arena that I don't like, I can throw you out?
Well, you would think not just NBA. You brought up Manfred with baseball, and then if you look at NFL, you would think other owners. I don't get why these leagues don't have some sort of agreement that all the owners, because none of the other owners like him, right? So if none of the other NBA owners like him, why can't they have some sort of pact or some sort of, I don't know what it is, some sort of council, like a United Nations passes sanctions, some sort of jurisdiction to say, hey, you're not good for our brand. Sell your team.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The Knicks are supposed to be good. They should be good.
Yeah. Not the laughing stock.
It's on. Like, that's the thing. The Knicks aren't even really a laughing stock. It's sad. No one takes joy in this, except like Nets fans. They don't exist. Celtics fans, they're not concerned with the Knicks.
Well, it's funny because the Knicks. This is like an easy segue because they're connected. So the Knicks, not the Knicks, but James Dolan is in some huge legal dispute with Clippers owner Steve Ballmer.
Because James Dolan owns the Forum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for anybody who's followed this, they've been trying to get a stadium for the Clippers, and I get why. It makes total sense. This is such a Lakers town. And the Lakers are the ones connected with the Staples Center, even though the Clippers have played there the whole time too. And Steve Ballmer wants a stadium.
And he wants to take it back toward where the Forum was because that's where the new football stadium's going.
Exactly.
And make that obviously that's going to lead into a massive gentrification of that area. And this is a way for him to get over there and rebrand
the
Clippers with a new home.
And I get it. So right now, there's like some sort of, I don't know if it's a law. There's something where Ballmer has property already, but it's too close
to the Forum.
So now Steve Ballmer is trying to buy the Forum from James Dolan's group, and there's been 3 lawsuits between these parties.
Kill the Dolan. Kill him until he is dead.
It's a mess, man. So again, we're talking about the NBA. It's not just New York. Now James Dolan is affecting a second franchise. And I think it'd be great, not only for the Clippers, but for the NBA, to have their own arena.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah.
If you're Ballmer and you're willing to pay for it,
And he is.
then of course it would be great.
Yeah.
But James Dolan's a piece of garbage.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you have a nice cold Miller Lite. Is that take a sip, Joe. The official beer sponsor of the Dirty Sports Podcast. Miller
I
Lite.
actually need another
You need another one?
ice cold Miller.
Okay, well, we'll have Nick will get you another one. Thank you, Nick. And then we're going to play a game, which Nick has.
A game
RhymeTime with NickyD.
again?
We're bringing it back.
Time?
We're bringing it back.
You hated it.
It's growing on me a little. The fans love it.
The fans love it. And,
Yeah.
And you give the fans what they want.
I give the fans what they want. I am a man of the people. You know who else is a man of the people? Miller Lite, Joe. And when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about friends gathering with each other, putting away their cell phones, Prano, just having some good old-fashioned conversations.
You know, Andy, we're a sports show.
Yes, we are.
And whenever I think about going to a sporting event, I always think about having a beer in my hand.
Yeah.
You go to a sporting event with friends, you know. You go to a ball game. You go to a basketball game. You go to the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. You get yourself a Miller Lite, and you watch men compete. I love it.
Yeah.
Do that. Get together with some friends. Go watch other friends. Fight their enemies.
Take advantage of it.
On a court of sport.
Take advantage of Miller Time, guys. The original social media. Next time you're hanging out, share a few Miller Lights. When there's a great tasting 96-calorie Miller Lite, friends should always come before followers. Here's to the original beer. Here's to the original.
The original light beer.
That's right. The original light beer. Here's to the original social media. It's Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Now, let me ask you something, Andy, because I want to tag something on to the end of this Miller Lite thing. I want to talk about Miller Lite, but that was the official end of the ad read.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something that I've seen on social media, especially when we're promoting the world's finest and the original light beer. A lot of people I've noticed have become beer snobs these days.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to drink blah blah this that. I hate it when people think that their opinion is the right opinion.
Yeah.
If you're going to a baseball game or a basketball game and you're asking for and by the way, I enjoy a nice milk stout, or I enjoy a nice brown ale or something like that. But if you're going to a spring training game and you're asking for a porter, just get in the bullpen and let guys throw baseballs at you until your heart stops, because it's a joke. Like, honestly, if you're the kind of guy who goes to a ball game and has 2 fancy IPAs or something, are you even American? I'm not saying you got to go have 15 Miller Lights. In fact, I'm specifically not saying that. But if you're not going to have 4 to 6 Miller Lights while you watch a spring training ball game in the Florida or the Arizona sun. I have to ask, are you even American?
Yeah, it's a good question.
The snobbery these days.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's the same snobbery, I think, with food. It'd be like trying to charge $6.95 for a slice of pepperoni pizza.
Honestly,
I'm serious.
I know, but I'm glad you brought up the food comparison because for you beer snobs out there, this is what you are. You're going to a baseball game and you're like, do you have spaghetti and meatballs? It's like, dude, get a hot dog. This is what you're here for. Get a hot dog. Get a pretzel.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, I want to give a shout out to the DirtBall fam. Can I do that real quick?
Sure.
Shout out to the DirtBall fam because it all started. Shout out to Kyle Aronofsky. He's a lunatic. We all know this. I mean, I think he killed somebody in your apartment. Total lunatic. But Kyle started the trend of leaving a comment underneath the Venice Way pizza place on Instagram. And then so many Dirtballs followed that they removed all comments from Venice Way Pizza's Instagram. I'm sorry, of Hotel Irwin.
Irwin Hotel's Instagram account, they had one picture of pizza, and they disabled the comments on said picture.
Yes. And then
now you've moved your doxing to Yelp.
It's not doxing. Don't charge $6.95 for a slice of pizza. Yes, I've left a Yelp review. Venice Way Pizza. Please leave one. It takes 2 seconds.
But this is important, Andy, because I think that sometimes, especially when it comes to what you did to the good people of Tequila Organica, which you're now a regular customer of, it's important that we stay focused on the message that we're spreading, which is the pizza is too expensive.
Exactly.
That's the problem. No one's tasted it yet, so we don't know what it tastes like. Doesn't look like my favorite kind of pizza, but pizza is a taste, like comedy, like music, food. You like what you like. Bilbo doesn't eat avocado. You know what I mean?
Well,
but the problem is $6.95 for pizza is absurd. So if you're going to make a negative comment or leave a negative review, make sure it's specific to the fact that their pizza's too expensive. Because if they bring their pizza down by $2 across the board, if you have a $2.95 slice of cheese and a $4.95 slice, I still don't understand how they're charging $2 full for pepperoni. Well, that's another problem. But let's say they were to do that, $3 and $5 pizzas, still absurd. But at least we have made. I'll give it a shot then.
By the way, I'm not seeing my review. Where did it go? See, this is some bullshit right here. They're getting people to leave reviews today, these BS reviews, because me and a few people left them yesterday, including Kyle, including Nick over here. Nick's review isn't there either.
Yeah, not there.
Now there is a button like toward the bottom which is like sort of show all reviews or something like that.
Bro, this is all reviews.
Okay.
They've taken out my review. They've taken out Nick's review.
So they're censoring you.
Who's censoring me? They can't censor me. They're getting Yelp involved. I'm going to keep. By the way, my review. Nick saw it wasn't mean. It was literally that. It said, "I will gladly support your place if you lower the prices." I was nothing.
Lieutenant, my review of your flying was spot on.
Okay, you messed up, Venice Way. You really messed up. You took down my review, which had no profanity, wasn't even mean. You messed up big time. You really messed up. I literally said I was excited for a pizza place. I'm worked up now because I was. All I want is a adequately priced slice of pizza. Now you're censoring me. You're taking down reviews.
Well,
I'm going to show up every single day.
Now, Nick, what did your review say?
Mine was just about price in general. I think it was somewhere along the lines of, I don't care how good the pizza is or where it's located.
I'm wondering if they can censor reviews if the review basically makes it clear that you have not actually used the establishment.
Which I did say. I said, right. I will not go to your establishment until.
So Kyle's review is still there.
And I see Jay Lloyd's review is still there.
They've censored you guys.
But they're adding all these BS new ones today. Well, Dirtball fam, have at it. Let's bombard them and change your location. You can change your location. Change it to L.A., change it to Venice.
Why? You can be a tourist that came and tried the pizza.
And say you tried it and it was overpriced. I just this is absurd to me.
Mitch says it's still there. Our reviews are still there, but it's not in the recommended section.
Yeah, I just looked and I couldn't find it either, and I hit 3 more reviews.
What does that mean in the recommended section? I don't know Yelp enough. We've really just gone all over the place.
Show's off the rails.
Nick, do you want to play your game? We need a song for your game. NickyD RhymeTime.
Yeah, do we got any music producers?
Unfortunately, you have censored Dylan Mata from being a part of the show, so you
gonna
can't
say.
get any more jingles.
Well, first of all, Nick can make a song. He's talented enough. We got DJ Sizzle. Does Jay Sizzle go by DJ Sizzle?
Yeah.
He just combines them?
Yeah.
Right?
Who hopefully I'll see in a couple weeks while I'm out at Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino in Indio, California. He's coming to check out a couple shows.
You guys ready for the sequel?
Let's do it.
Sequel's always better than the original, right?
Teen Wolf 2.
I haven't seen it. No?
What? Teen Wolf 2 was Teen Wolf 2 the one with Jason Bateman?
He's a boxer.
Yeah, in college.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So, for RhymeTime Dose, we are taking a dive into NFL free agency.
Wow. Okay.
So, obviously, the NFL season's over. We all miss it right now. I know I do. But
Just become
free agent signings are coming up
pizza
soon.
star over there. Yeah, there, see.
You know, maybe this game will be like, wait, this guy's a free agent? Because, like, I was doing my list before the show today, and I was like, I didn't know that some of these guys are going to be free agents this year.
How many
and
of them
it's
do we
exciting.
have here?
So, this is going to be a 7-game series. I have 7 names. First one to get 4 is deemed the RhymeTime victor. You guys ready?
Yes.
So, NFL free agents in 2020.
Do I have to say ding?
I think we should do some kind of tapping in. Maybe it's like a raise of the hand, and then
I
we
think it
do
should be-
have
I think
video
it should
review.
be a Jeopardy style. The rhyme has to come to an end,
Correct.
and then you can jump in. You can't answer before Trebek is done reading.
Just raise
The
your
answer.
hand.
So it's a raise of the hand.
Or say ding.
Ding.
But
yeah.
after
you guys,
the
you guys
rhyme is
ding
done.
in. Once it's done, I will clarify that the rhyme is done. All right, here we
Okay.
go. Starting us off. He left his team in South Beach, but don't call him a snake. When it comes to defenders' ankles, you know they're going to break. If your team needs a halfback, they should pick up.
Oh, ding, ding.
Kenyon Drake.
1 point for Joe.
Were we doing ding or raising a hand?
I just went off of Joe's hand right
Okay.
there.
I don't like that, but that's fine. That was cheap. I knew that one.
Did you guys want to do dings?
I have to say ding.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. 1-0 Joe. Although he went undrafted, a team says they need him. If he were a pitcher playing against Houston, you know he'd beat him. Go get yourself a budget QB with
Ding. Case Keenum.
1-1.
Case Keenum was the answer?
Case Keenum was the answer. He got it.
Wow.
Free
I was like,
agent.
isn't there a Steedham out there?
Stidham. He plays for the Patriots.
When he plays, he's a lean, mean touchdown machine. But the city he plays in is anything but clean. Some might say he's a big drama queen. You know who I mean. It's
Touchdown machine. Bad city. Drama queen.
What's a dirty city?
I mean, there's Cleveland.
so
There's Detroit.
keyword is when he plays, he's a lean, mean touchdown machine. But the city he plays in,
AJ Green.
AJ Green.
Took a shot at Cincinnati on that one.
I'm wearing a Cincinnati shirt. The disrespect to my right.
So what is that? 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah. All right. That was a good one.
Thank you. He changes his team, so don't call him a townie. His footwork's so sweet like the cut of a brownie.
Ding.
Yeah, you gotta wait for the done. I'm here on the buzzer too, bud.
If you don't know it by now, you're definitely a
Ding.
Ding.
Ding. No, I know I had
Andy.
it.
Jadavian
Andy.
Clowney.
It's
Andy.
Jadavian Clowney.
I'm giving it to Andy.
Thank you.
I
Even
think
though I clearly dinged in before him.
I don't
You just
know.
keep trying to keep this
No,
close.
no, you didn't. I dinged. I knew right away.
you did ding prematurely, or
That's what the girls be telling me.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, 2-2.
Keep things interesting. His
I
rookie.
think what we have to do is we just have to ding when you're ready, because this is
Okay.
absurd.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
His rookie year was great. He was playing like Yoda. But now when he plays, it's like he's got mesothelioma. The Titans were better without
Ding.
Ding.
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. Is
Damn
correct answer.
I waited too long. All right, Prano has a 3-2 lead.
3-2 lead. He can win it right here.
Yeah.
And I think he might. You can hit the mall and ball like John Wall, or you can blow your fucking hand off with a firework like.
Ding.
Ding.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Got it.
Man.
Joe takes the 2-0 RhymeTime lead.
All right.
All time.
Dug myself in a hole here. I don't like it. I was gonna guess Darth Maul. Go a little.
Well, mall was in the rhyme. You can't rhyme
Yeah.
mall with mall.
Shoot.
Unless you're Kanye.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye can do it. Hit you with a little Star Wars. You seen all the Star Wars?
Oh, I actually have them ranked. I did this the other night when I was in bed. I ranked all of the. I ranked the original.
All of the Star Wars movies, including or just the trilogy ones.
So I did all of the original 6, and then I have the Disney ones ranked separately.
Okay. But I'm saying not oh, you're saying you're even the side ones.
So the
Even
original,
even the subplots.
the 2 trilogies,
Right.
and then the subplots I put under the Disney section.
Can I guess the 6?
You want to guess my top 6
Yeah.
of the Disney ones, or just everything?
Of the original 6.
Okay, so of the original 6.
Ready?
You're gonna guess my list.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say the right answer, and then you can, and we'll see if you have it correct.
Okay.
So Empire Strikes Back.
That's 1.
A New Hope. The original.
That
Episode 3. Episode 4.
episode 4. That's my 3rd.
Wow.
That's my 3rd.
Okay, so then Return of the Jedi.
It's my 5th.
So you have any of the original? You have any of the 1, 2, 3? You have those ahead of the original Star Wars?
I do.
Bro, just like get out of
this is
here.
nonsense.
Yeah,
Well,
Here's
like,
my list. Here's my list. It goes
I didn't want to hear. This is disrespectful.
Empire Strikes Back, number 1. Revenge of the Sith, I have
Is that-
as my
is
number
that
2.
3?
That's 3.
Okay.
A New Hope is my 3rd. Then I got Phantom Menace. I know there's a lot of controversy with Phantom Menace being at 4, but for me, it was the first Star Wars I ever saw. And, some of the scenes, Darth Maul's a badass. He's great. I thought it was awesome. And it was the first movie to ever be fully made digitally. Also, can we stop acting like Return of the Jedi is some great Star Wars movie?
It's a good movie.
Ugh, get out of here.
Well,
It's Empire, and then
A New Hope,
and then if
Return of the
you
Jedi.
wanted to throw Sith in there at 3,
Nah, man.
you could if you wanted to make an
Nah.
argument.
I can hear that argument, yeah.
Nah.
You could.
Dude,
If I'm saying this is the only leeway you have for putting any of the second 3 above any of the first 3.
and that's
The only one. Then you could go Jedi. But then you go Jedi, and then the other 2. And the other 2 are just tied for last. They're like
Clone Wars is the last, of course. I'll hear that, 100%.
I'm just saying, like,
Jedi is not good. I've watched it recently. It is awful.
it's not awful. I recently watched it too. I watched when I was home over Christmas break. I couldn't sleep. I watched the first 3. Dude, to not put
I'll tell you what episode is the worst. This episode.
to not put
Episode 604.
Prano, that's also disrespectful.
Episode 604 is the Jar Jar Binks of Dirty Sports Podcast.
We've definitely done worse. To
Yeah.
not put the first 3.
This is what happens when you can't say fuck. See what happens? The whole thing falls apart.
That's a whole other discussion. I didn't say that, Joe. They don't say the F-bomb in Star Wars, the first 3 for sure. How good it is. The fact that I just anybody not ranking the first 3, do whatever order you want, but to not have the first 3 in your first 3, but you all.
The first two are the first two. It's Empire and then New Hope. That's like I won't even hear arguments otherwise. Let's just start there.
Yeah, I agree.
I can hear that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. A New Hope and Sith are like they're right there for me. They're right there.
You have Sith and A New Hope together.
Yeah.
God,
They're very close.
it's a bad take.
No.
That's a word.
Revenge of the Sith is actually a lot of people's number one. A lot.
Well, I don't care.
Those people are drunk.
Those people have never ever left their apartment.
It's a great movie.
They don't know what they're doing.
It saved it saved the prequels.
Correct.
Saved it.
Yeah.
But it's still not Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still not the original, like the
Well,
first
no,
one.
of course it's not going to be the original, and no one they didn't really. They really had
and then
no
the original
option.
3 fell off. Yeah, I can agree with the Return of the. I mean, the Ewoks are ridiculous, and it's
The Ewoks are fun.
turned into a Disney movie before it got bought by Disney.
Return of the Jedi is just when Star Wars was banking.
I mean, you have
in all
Care
the
Bears. You have
merchandise and
Care Bears
everything.
taking down AT-AT walkers with string. I mean, let's not pretend.
Yeah, but they were fun.
All right, so next episode, you guys are gonna make your Star Wars lists.
We just did. I agree with
Yeah,
Joe.
although I'd have to take. I haven't seen the last one.
I haven't either.
Did you see the last one?
Oh, the most
Yeah.
the most recent one. Yes, I have.
I can't get into those. I'm sorry. Just Adam Driver as a bad guy is just laughable.
I have that as my third best Disney Star Wars, but I'm also including the Mandalorian series in that.
And Solo and
Yep.
blah blah blah.
Yep.
See, then I'm also gonna throw that. Although I really liked Rogue One,
So
but whatever.
now that we're here, should we do it?
Sure, go for
Number
it, Nick.
1, Rogue One. Number 2, Mandalorian. Number 3, the new one.
I think
Rise of
Mandalorian
Skywalker.
is Star Wars, Walking Dead. It's fine, but it's not great.
Number 4, Force Awakens. 5, Solo. 6, Last Jedi. Get out of here, Last Jedi.
I mean,
Awful
these
movie.
these are such bad takes. First of all, Solo's good. And I love Woody Harrelson in it. Did you see Solo?
Yeah, it was all right.
It was okay.
Oh man, the Force is not with you guys. I'll tell you that much.
Just put Baby Yoda in some sort of locker or something. What? Every episode is and then I've turned my back and somebody's got him. It's well, stop leaving him somewhere. But Zach Galifianakis kept a baby in a Baby Bjorn and all the Hangover. Just get a Baby Yoda Bjorn. Stop putting him down.
By the way, that's a great T-shirt.
Baby Yoda on a in front of someone.
In the Baby Bjorn.
Yeah.
With Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover.
Yeah, with the Galifianakis sunglasses on. You mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Dirty Sports merch coming back.
Jay Lloyd, can you
We'll
get?
get sued immediately.
I know we will. Jay Lloyd, can you get that Photoshop going though? I see him in the comment section.
There's already that T-shirt for the Hangover. That's what you're saying. Take that T-shirt, make it Baby Yoda.
Yeah, put Baby Yoda in place.
Yeah, I do kind of like it.
It's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
See, you go to church, man. You come up with good ideas.
All right, ready? Since this episode's off the rails. Gun to your head. You got to murder one of them. You got to slit their throat and watch them bleed out. Baby Yoda or Baby Groot?
Groot.
What?
Screw Groot.
Oh,
Let him die. Although I will say Hasbro confirmed that the coronavirus could stall Baby Yoda toy production.
Wow.
Don't good. Disney has turned into a money
What's going on in the comment section, Nick?
mongering whore
I'm getting
With
ripped for my Star Wars takes.
with Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's deservedly so.
Just
Yeah, you earned
not,
that.
Not a whole lot.
You earned that properly.
Yeah.
They're my takes, They're my
Can we
opinions.
talk a little sports thing for a minute?
Yeah,
I
I've been trying.
I love this thing.
Okay.
I love this Tom Brady to the 49ers.
I've been talking about this for years, right? This is the original deal.
He grew up. He loved them.
But this is the original. This is supposedly what is behind the original Belichick Brady Kraft beef. Is that
Well, yeah, it's known. It's known. John Lynch tried to trade for him.
Yeah.
It's known.
So if you're the Patriots, right, and you don't, or I should say, if you're the Niners, and you don't get Brady 2 years ago, close to 3 years ago now, you go to a Super Bowl with Garoppolo. You're replacing Garoppolo with 42-year-old Brady?
You want to hear my take? They win that Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
I agree with you, but it's too late for that.
No, man. I know Brady's numbers weren't good last year. That's a better team with Tom Brady.
Next year.
Yes.
But then what? So here's the problem with it. How long are you signing Tom Brady for? 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Okay. So you're signing for 2 seasons. So what do you do with Jimmy Garoppolo?
You cut. I looked into it. The Ringer did a big article on it. You either cut Jimmy G or you trade him. If they get rid of him, they'll actually save money.
Only if Tom Brady takes less than Jimmy G.
No, they can still pay Brady $30 million because Jimmy G's contract. I don't know the logistics of it because that stuff is.
Well, not in the next 2 years. They don't save money.
They do.
Yeah, they maybe save money in the long term because they don't pay him, and they're just paying his. They just pay his bonus and they cut him. But the point is
I think they do though, Joe. I think they do. I'm gonna pull up the article. They laid it out in the article at the Ringer that they would save.
But then
money.
so now you're just all in for 2 years with a $30 million Tom Brady. That's
Yeah.
your strategy.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like it.
I like it.
I don't think Tom Brady is a significant improvement over Jimmy Garoppolo.
Moving on from Garoppolo would free up an additional $22.4 million, bringing their total cap space to about $40 million. Brady, who's expected to fetch around $30 million annually, would eat up a big chunk of that. But San Francisco would still have room to try and re-sign Emmanuel Sanders.
So they wouldn't save money. It would cost them $8 million more dollars. If they save $22 million by cutting Garoppolo and they pay Tom Brady $30 million, they spend $8 million more dollars.
I don't know, man. They got a pretty stacked team.
Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl.
Obviously,
They went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't want Brady to go. I want him to come to the Chargers, but it'd be a kind of a little storybook ending. He grew up a Niners fan, a Montana fan. He finished his career there.
It kind of sucks for Jimmy Garoppolo.
It would suck for Jimmy Garoppolo.
You're just getting screwed by Tom Brady like every single turn you go. And yeah, I said this for 2 years that the move of trading Brady and keeping Garoppolo actually would have been better for both teams. You have a quarterback now in New England that knows the system, that's young, that you're going to get a team-friendly deal on. You don't have to pay him the money that you paid when he left.
Yeah.
And you get Brady to go there to San Francisco. But to do it is like 42-year-old Tom Brady. Like, do you think like the Niners have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl with Tom Brady last year?
Yeah.
But I don't think the Niners necessarily win the Super Bowl. They have a better chance of it. And then what?
I don't. No, I'm saying, like, I don't agree. Like, I think they had a lead. Obviously, their defense gave up a lot of points. I think they win that game. I mean, I could be. I mean, again, we don't know. I think they do.
I just the diminishing returns. 42-year-old Tom Brady never played outside Belichick. You're like, I think that's I don't think that's a good deal. I think that you're punting. I think you're punting on a quarterback who's getting paid a lot, but he's not getting paid, the Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson number, and you just went to the Super Bowl.
And because he doesn't deserve some of those. Like, he doesn't deserve Russell Wilson's
He doesn't deserve Kirk Cousins' numbers. By the way, he won the division last year. He went to the Super Bowl.
He doesn't deserve Russell Wilson numbers, in my opinion. Not even close. And for the record, I do think that they improve. Prano, I'm telling you, I think you have a great offensive mind. You have a truly gifted coach in Shanahan. I love my dude. You say it all the time. It's a Super Bowl or bust league. They were a quarter away from winning the Super Bowl last year. I think Tom Brady does put them over the edge. And in my opinion,
And he might have last year, but I don't think he does going forward.
okay. Well, I think you take a chance.
But so now you're saying we have a 2-year Tom Brady window.
And if all they need is one, would you agree that it's worth it?
Yeah, but
if they won one
but
Super
I don't think
Bowl,
Tom Brady even. I don't think Here's the thing. I don't think the Vegas odds would shift all that much if Tom Brady goes to the 49ers.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What again? Tom Brady lost in the wild card round to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, they got killed.
Yeah.
I also think he's got a lot better players, and we know this, on the 49ers.
Yeah,
offensively.
I'm not doing that deal if I'm the 49ers. Meanwhile, I'm the guy who said both teams should have done it 2 years ago. Both teams
Yeah.
should have done it 2 years ago, and the 49ers, I just don't think the 49ers do that now.
Well, let's get to DirtBall calls. Before we do that,
Let me ask you something before you move on. If
Go
you're
ahead.
the 49ers, what is your fear going into next year with Jimmy Garoppolo? He can't make the throws? I mean, he beat good teams playing great games. I'm not the world's biggest Jimmy Garoppolo fan. He missed that one throw.
Wait, repeat what you just said.
What is your fear?
he
that the
I'm not an anti-Garoppolo guy.
But I'm saying, what is your fear if you're the Niners moving forward? You know what you're paying Jimmy Garoppolo. This is your team. You made it to the Super Bowl. You're worried that the Rams resurge. You're worried that, what team in the NFC is making you shake in your boots? You're worried that the 41-year-old Drew Brees and the Saints put it together another year, and this is the one that they beat you to the Super Bowl?
I mean, you're forgetting the Seahawks.
I'm not forgetting the Seahawks. The Seahawks can't fucking convert a third down and get out of the first round since they had the best defense in football.
Well, that's just not true. They won a game last year in the playoffs.
They beat the fucking 9-7 Eagles.
They won in Philly. It's not,
I'm sorry. If I'm the San Francisco 49ers, I'm not worried about the Seattle Seahawks.
talk to anybody on the 49ers. They had two hard-fought games that both came down to the end. Those 49ers, anybody would agree, wanted no part of paying the Seahawks again in the playoffs. Of course they would rather play.
But of course they would rather play not a division rival in a game if they have to avoid them. But I'm saying, my point is, I'm looking in my division, I'm going, the Seahawks aren't on our level talent-wise.
I don't know, man.
Well, you do know. You think the Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers are comparable football teams in terms of personnel?
I think the 49ers were a lot better team last year. I also know year to year the NFL is wild how much it changes. That's all I'm saying. The 49ers were a better team last year. They also played.
I just think it's a panic move to go to Tom Brady, and because if I'm the San Francisco 49ers, I'm going, we're still the class of the NFC. If we still have the same defense, and we still have the same running game, and we still have the same coach, and we still have the same tight end, and we still have the same receivers, I think we have a personnel advantage over every team in the league. So now you're making a panic move to try to win in 2 years.
I just know this much. I know the numbers don't lie on this. Go back and look. Everyone should do this. And I obviously don't have it in front of me. This is like a tug nug written all over it. The team that loses the Super Bowl, in particular, always has a big down year the next year. Like, the Super Bowl hangover is real. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
The Patriots have been one of the few teams who can lose the Super Bowl.
And you think the difference from having a Super Bowl hangover, not having a Super Bowl hangover, is Tom Brady?
I think it can be.
42-year-old Tom Brady?
I think a guy who's played in 9 Super Bowls, who brings that experience, who brings that swag, for lack of a better term, into the locker room. That guys are... Dude, it's nothing against Jimmy G. I don't dislike Jimmy G. I don't even know how I feel about Jimmy G at this point. I just know if you have Brady leading your team, again, a veteran at the most important position on the field, I do think it makes a difference.
Jimmy G, by the way, at this point is a veteran. He's been in the league a long time, played in the Super Bowl, has played on the Patriots, has 2 rings from the Patriots. I mean, unless your fear is that Jimmy Garoppolo made it through a full season, so he doesn't make it through a full season again. I just think that has panic move written all over it.
Fine. Gun to my head, though, if I'm saying 49ers, same team, Jimmy G or Tom Brady next year, it's not even a question for me. I'm for sure taking Tom Brady.
You're basing this solely on what Tom Brady did with the Patriots.
I am. You're right. No disagreement there.
Which we're about to find out whether or not Tom Brady has the stones and believes truly in his heart of hearts that he can do it without Belichick. We're about to find out.
We are.
Because
and if he
if
stays
he goes back to the Patriots,
then you're right.
Then it's Tom Brady laying down and saying, I can't do this on my own. Because the panic move of going with Brady over then what's to stop Tom Brady from going to the Chargers or the Raiders or the Bucks or the Titans or the whatever?
Yeah.
Because the Titans played in an AFC Championship game. You got a great coach. You got a great defense. You got a great running back. Go there. Like the Chargers 2 years ago were 13-3.
12-4, but yeah.
12-4 with a great defense. And a
good running backs.
Good-ish.
Good receivers.
Yeah. So, I don't know. To me, it seems like a panic move when you have a quarterback that's your franchise quarterback that just took you to a Super Bowl.
Well, Joe, here's something that you and I can both agree on. GTP picks.
I'd love to see how GTP picks would be swayed from a Tom Brady to the Niners move.
I would too. Guys, if you're still paying your bookie out every week, you need to get help from our friends at GTP Picks. It's a data-driven sports betting service that offers winning advice for an affordable price. GTP Picks has a new offer for all the dirtballs. That's you guys. You can now get full access to every GTP sports betting play for less than $20 per week. This offer includes plays from NBA, NHL, the English Premier League, and most importantly, March Madness. I'll tell you what, guys, March Madness will be around the corner. 2 weeks starting from Thursday, tomorrow. You really want to hop on GTP Picks to work with them to get their insight before the games start. Simply go to gtppicks.com and use promo code DIRTY at checkout to redeem this offer. If you like making money while watching sports, investing with GTP Picks is a no-brainer. And hop on this now again. March Madness is right around the corner, and you have all the other sports as well.
Speaking of March Madness, Andy, I have started a DirtBall Fam March Madness bracket on ESPN. It's the ESPN Tournament Challenge app.
Nice.
And so here's what I'm going to do. After the show's over, I'm going to send the details, the link, and the password to our producer friend over there, Nick D'Alessandro.
Okay.
Who is going to put it into our Reddit. And then you can go to the Dirty Sports Reddit today, tonight.
The
you're listening
Reddit?
to it, and you can find it. And then later on in the weeks to come,
It'll be in the podcast description.
yeah, between now and when the thing, we'll do it. But for today, I'm gonna send it to Nick. If you want to get in nice and early, I'm sending it to Nick, and he's gonna put it in our Reddit.
Trying to push that Reddit.
I don't know, why not?
Perry Porter just got excited.
I'm just thinking about places where you can put texts and people can find it.
Ah, yeah.
Put text. So the Reddit.
That'll be a nice spot.
Yeah.
Check it out, guys. On that note, we got a few dirtball calls. The hotline is 310-359-8365. So let's start these calls off.
Hey guys, this is Samir, longtime listener, first time calling, and I think maybe the first dirtball to ever call in that has a Middle Eastern name, at least that I can recall. Anyways, this call is for Joe. Joe, I never really wore hats as a kid. I always had a big head and thought I looked really funny in them. I never really wore hats as an adult either, but lately I find myself not caring as much. So I'm starting to wear hats more. I'm looking to get some style advice from you. Could use your advice on types of hats, fits, hats you recommend, any sports teams hat that you find really that you really like wearing. Appreciate all your advice. Appreciate all you guys do. Condoms are for the Philadelphia Eagles and all their stupid ass fans.
Well, this is an easy segue into this beautiful shout out for this beautiful hat that we were given by who gave us these?
Keenan Soto.
Keenan Soto down in Houston. He gave us some El Paso Chihuahuas hat. You're wearing one. You're wearing a Chihuahua swinging a bone, and he gave me the El Paso with the EP. My go-to hat, like I would say 70% of the hats I own, New Era 5950 baseball.
Yeah.
Classic baseball hat. The New Era 5950. I wear a 7.5. Find the hat size that's right for you. And to me, that's like New Era. For as long as they've been doing the Major League Baseball hats, do a fantastic job. New Era now has licensing deals beyond baseball, tons of other sports hats, basketball for sure, football. I think they do some in minor leagues, tons of them. So I would say a great place to start is New Era. Just go to New Era's website is also fantastic. I just went to New Era the other day and I was like, I wonder if there's a corduroy Mets hat. Put it in, found a beautiful black corduroy Mets snapback out of stock. I'll have to keep my eye on it. But it's just like whatever you need. Like I said, do the Mets have a black corduroy hat? They do.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I would start with New Era. And then, I'm not like a hat snob by any means. Like I said last episode. Like I said, I should say, like
I don't want to use the word snob, but you're particular.
There aren't brands that I won't wear. There's just styles I don't wear. I don't wear a low crown. I'm more of a high crown guy, more of a baseball hat fit. I don't tend to like get like the kind of like rednecky like
trucker hat
yeah,
style, you mean?
not trucker hat. Like I wear plenty of like the trucker mesh hat style too, especially like when I go out in the summer surfing, go out by the pool, play volleyball. I'll go mesh when I need a light hat. But I'm saying that like the low profile hat, the brim's a little bit more bent. It sits on your head, sort of that like dad hat style. I stay away from the dad hat style.
By the way,
I'm a high crown guy. That's what that's the definition. I'm a high crown man.
If you
don't know what that means, it's just it sits higher on your head.
I love these minor league hats we're getting. I love them.
Yeah.
Now I have the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Shout out to Dirty Randy last week again. Sent me the Chattanooga Lookouts, the Reds AA affiliate. And now Keenan has sent us the El Paso Chihuahuas, who are the AAA affiliate for the Padres.
Great.
So now we have the AA and AAA teams. And I just love them because they're unique-looking hats.
And there's a million great minor league teams.
Yeah.
Like so many awesome different franchise names. So I would say if you're not a hat guy, I would start at New Era and work your way from there.
Or Nick, where'd Little Tex get his hat?
Oh, Cavenders?
Got my boots from Cavenders. I always tip chauffeurs.
That's for cowboy
Is
hats.
it thanks chauffeurs?
Boots from Cavenders. I always think chauffeurs been to San Antonio, but we don't like the Spurs.
I've been in
I
the
will
smut
say-
shack, the stain.
I will say, if you like snapbacks, my go-to brand would be Mitchell and Ness. Nice
Mitchell and
retro.
Ness, solid
Yeah.
company as
Mhm.
well. Great throwback everything. Mitchell and Ness, great throwback gear. Yeah, I have a nice throwback Mitchell and Ness Knicks snapback with Patrick Ewing on the brim.
My only problem with the the New Era and these fitted hats now, they're too damn expensive.
I mean, you're looking at $38.
Yeah. Call me an old guy, but remember when they were a good solid $25?
Thanks, Obama.
I mean, what happened?
Inflation.
Bro. But okay, this is the comparison I use. Hat inflation is like college tuition inflation, where it just keeps going up and it's not relative to people's actual income. Don't you remember as a kid, if you went in high school, I'm just saying, okay, and I know high school was 20 years ago or whatever, 20 plus years ago. If you look at how much a fitted hat was now, it's like $40 now with taxes.
$38, yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of money. Just saying. Get some hats.
I know because I was literally just on New Era yesterday because I've decided I need a black Mets hat, but I hate that the Mets went black with blue brims for a while. Anybody who knows me knows I don't do black and blue together. So I'm looking for there's a black and white Mets hat, black Mets hat, white NY. Thinking about going with that, but I'm in a dark phase. This is my black period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of black hats. Now,
Black and gray.
Now this is a good segue. We're talking about different ideas. It's a good segue for this next call.
Sorry, Andy. I think I was in a bad cell, but let me repeat this call. It's Stripper DirtBall Bryson here. And I want to hear y'all's imagination flowing. Y'all get a lot of the same sports calls, so I want to switch it up here. If you could go on Shark Tank, what product would you pitch, and which shark would you want to invest in your product? I want to see what you bring to the table, Joe and Andy. Let's see what you got. Stay dirty.
Well, as you know, I'm maybe the world's biggest Shark Tank fan.
You are. Can I say something before you say what you're going to say real quick? Bryson was a stripper. Like, what are you doing now? Where does the life go that you're a male stripper to, like, were you, like, selling stocks now? Like, where does it go?
I have a male stripper friend. I have two former male stripper friends.
Two.
One's now a comedian. Aaron Berg used to be a stripper.
Oh, really?
Aaron Berg. And my friend Josh is now a real estate agent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me know, Bryson. DM me.
I'd love to hear it.
So, Joe, Shark Tank.
So I've thought a lot about Shark Tank over the years, but I have a lot of Shark Tank ideas. Some of them I honestly truly don't want to give away right now.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
I don't want somebody to beat me to a patent or something like that. But I'll give you two of my current favorite Shark Tank ideas. One, inspired by my injury, I want to a big problem that I have with when I'm using my crutches, and I've seen that there is a crutch caddy. There's a thing that'll hook onto your crutches where it's like a little like water bottle holder or whatever. But my biggest issue with crutches is I can't carry cereal, soup, ramen, a full glass of water. I'm basically I like to be an environmentalist, so I'm using a lot of single-use plastics.
Yeah.
Because I'm using water bottles at home. Because when you carry any sort of liquid, the crutch thing just makes it shake out. So now what I'm doing is like I'm making a hot cup of coffee and I'm putting it in like a full, pint glass.
Yeah.
Just so I can kind of grip it like from the top and not have it spill out as I walk home, because as I walk to from my kitchen to my bedroom. So I've come up with this, and I know Nick will know this term, that like for cameras there's like a gimbal.
I have a gimbal. It's right here.
So it's like a steady cam thing. So what happens, Nick has one for his camera. You can walk with your camera, move your camera, and it doesn't shake. So I have an idea for a chest tray, a tray that you wear. It straps around your chest.
This is ridiculous.
And then there's a gimbal arm on it, and it's a tray. So you can place your cereal or whatever on, and as you crutch in, the gimbal arm holds your liquid steady.
I have something else I want to present to Shark Tank. It's called a gimp pole.
A gimbal.
Gimple.
Okay.
It's a gimp person who has a ball gag that is chained to my bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
It's a gimp pole.
So my idea would be this is for people, solo people who are injured and can't tend for themselves, or people that are missing an arm or whatever, where they can't. So a liquid can sit on this and stay level while you walk. My other idea, and who I'd like Mr. Wonderful to get into the gimbal tray. I'd be happy.
Kevin O'Leary.
I'd be happy to do a deal where he gets some percentage of each sale up until he recoups his money. I'm fine with his wacky deals for my gimbal arm. The other one that I've had an idea for a while, specifically for Mark. I want to go in as Joe Prano, the comedian, and offer a percentage just of me as an entertainer to Mark. My selling point to Mark is that my first ever TV experience first ever TV credit is on
Axis.
Access, a Mark Cuban-owned network. I'm here based solely on you invest in me, you help me get out there. You use all your contacts in sports and media,
I love this.
and you help me blow up as a performer,
And you get a cut.
as a host, as a whatever.
But what Mark's going to say, bro, that's an agent.
But I'm going to say, no, Mark, because I'm already here on Shark Tank. I'm already winning by getting the publicity of being here. Also, you have a TV network, Mark. We can do this together.
Yeah.
Skip the agent.
Yeah.
Is there an agent that's as powerful as Mark Cuban?
I feel ya.
I mean, Mark Cuban could give you a TV show tomorrow.
He could. You want to hear my stupid idea?
Yeah.
It's so dumb. I thought of this the other night. I told Nick this the other night. So Nick loves the queso.
Queso dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's getting to that part where it's low. And I got my tortilla chips from Trader Joe's, and I got the queso dip. And, you know, you dipping your hands in there, and they always get...
You get your knuckles covered in queso.
Yeah! So I say to Nick, I was probably stoned at the time, I'm like, yo, why is there not something that, like, where your hands don't get all the queso or the salsa or whatever it is? Why is there not some sort of designed, whether it's, I don't know, jar or whatever it is, to where the knuckles don't get the cheese all over them or the salsa?
My favorite part about this idea is you don't really have a solution for it. Your idea was just to make the jars bigger.
I don't have a solution.
Well, I mean,
What is the solution?
A solution is a shorter, wider jar where you don't have to reach in as deep, right?
Yeah.
Like queso should come in like almost like a pan pizza type of
But
tray.
let me ask you this. Is my concern, are there enough people out there who are like, yeah,
I've thought about this before. Yeah.
right?
It's
Like,
crossed my mind.
F this thing, man. I'm done with this. Are there enough people out there to where companies, because the marketing would be this, enough people care about this, and Frito-Lay and all these different companies that make the queso dip or whoever it is, right? Tostitos.
we know the Mexican condiment companies.
It's the same company, actually. They're owned by the same company. But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or am I just way off base? Is this just an Andy problem?
No, I think a lot of people have a problem with sticking their hands in salsa jars.
Yeah. And then, because then when you dump it in a bowl, it's still like, 'cause you like the edges because you can scrape around it too.
Sure.
Again, I don't have a solution. I don't know.
Well, you know, maybe a solution is, you ever see the dog bowls that they have for the dogs that eat too fast? And so you dump it in and there's like jagged things in there. Maybe it's like a squatter salsa bowl that's got like multiple edges. It's almost like a maze. So there's more edge. You have more edge to work with than just the outer edge.
Yeah. I'd pitch it to Lori
Lori, she want to sell it on CBS
because
or
of
on
that.
QVC.
QVC.
Yeah.
Mark would just say, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah. Well, I've learned so much about Shark Tank.
Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary might.
We might have to do a live Shark Tank viewing at some point because I'm so good at knowing going in. I just did this with my buddy Pete when I was in Colorado. I know going in
Who's gonna yes or no?
who's gonna yes or no, and generally what kind of deal they're gonna get. Mark hates it when you come in with any sort of health thing. He just despises the idea that you're like, this is good for you. He's like, there's absolutely no proof of that. You've made this entire thing up. How dare you come in here and say fucking quinoa is good for you? You need hundreds of years of research to prove that.
Yeah.
Here's my idea. This is what I would pitch. So I had this idea when I was in 7th grade. That's when I first started golfing. And when I golf, I don't like to bring a lot of clubs with me. It takes up too much space. It's heavy. I want one universal iron that changes its angle based on where I'm shooting from. Because sometimes you're a little closer to the pin. You want like a sand wedge or like a pitching wedge, something like that.
We know how golf clubs work.
Yeah, yeah. So I want a golf club that can change electronically, and then all I need is one iron in my bag. I got a driver, I got an iron, I got a putter. That's 3 clubs in my bag, and that's it.
But now, what problem are you solving?
I don't have to carry as many clubs.
You don't. But like most of the time, you don't have to carry. Like you got a pull cart, you got a golf cart, you got a caddy. You've come up with an idea.
I don't have a caddy.
I know, but I'm saying you've come up with an idea for less than 1/4 of the golf population that is carrying their own bag on their shoulder. Also, your golf club probably isn't going to have the effectiveness of having a club separate for each angle. There's probably going to be some quality loss in your golf club.
Well, yeah, you start with
Theoretically,
you start at square one, and then they get better with improvements.
Sure. Theoretically, one day you could potentially get to a club that keeps its consistency, keeps its sturdiness throughout like the shifting of the thing. But again, you're not fixing anything. This isn't solving a problem for me who uses a motorized golf cart. You're not solving anything for me who drags the pull cart, or the probably majority of golfers use a caddy. For that reason, I'm out.
Also, you ever notice when you're golfing, you kind of have one favorite club. One club just kind of hits good. You get used to swinging one club, and it's you get used to it. This solves that issue. You got one club. You know that club. You're used to it. The only thing that changes is the angle.
Well, you realize most people use a set of golf clubs where all the clubs are the same with different
sure,
angles.
But, I'm not that. Yeah, I understand.
Did you put together some sort of tin cup like mixed bag of clubs?
Well, I have all my golf clubs are always hand-me-downs.
Golf, by the way, golf's a good realm to play in though. If you want to make a sale on Shark Tank,
Yeah,
they all golf.
Yeah, of course they're all rich.
Yeah, but they all use caddies. For that reason, I'm out.
I pitched it to Damon. Seems like a good
Well,
golfer.
don't somebody that's in the comment section screw on club heads.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So for that reason, I'm out.
Well, but
This is
now
one
you
club that changes its
right,
angle.
and
You
now you
don't
got
screw it
and
on.
now you got to carry different club heads. You may as well. The shafts aren't the fucking difficult part. Also, you have a golf bag where you reach out that you pull from the top. If you have a bunch of just heads in the bottom of the bag, now you've created your salsa problem in your golf bag, where you're reaching deep into your golf bag to find a club head. Screw on golf heads on a concept in general. I'm out.
Okay, what, the next call?
All right, yeah. Let's do the next call. Sorry, Nick.
I'll tell you in a golf idea.
Hey, gang. I had a question about drugs. I've never done drugs. Have no interest in weed, mostly for pride, since literally everybody else tries it. But I am very interested in trying psychedelic mushrooms. Everyone says it's a dumb idea to go to mushrooms and skip weed, but I'm thinking about it. Let me know if this is an idiotic idea and if I should just, try weed first. Thanks again, y'all. Condoms are for Pittsburgh. Fuck the Steelers.
I really want to know who this is because it's a Cincinnati area code. Their last call was December 21st, 2017.
I don't know who their friends are, but I don't know who's telling you to what. Marijuana, cannabis is a great drug that I've used for many years. And I support it, but
no relation.
No relation whatsoever to
No.
mushrooms. What do these things have to do together?
Yeah.
It's like I've always wanted to try wine, but my friends are saying I have to try beer first. These things have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
I've never eaten shellfish. I was thinking about trying lobster, but my friend says I have to have Peking duck. Well, your friend's an idiot. These things are unrelated. Mushrooms are amazing. You should eat them as soon as possible.
If you're going to go straight to that, though, just start small and be in a comfortable area. It's the most important thing. I
think it's important to be outside, surround yourself with good
well,
people.
Also, if you're going to do shrooms, make sure before you do them that you're in a good place mentally because you don't want to have a bad trip. Like, if you're feeling emotionally stable, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're dealing with some shit.
And do it with a Sherpa. Do it with somebody who's done it before, who's going to...
You need to have a trip sitter.
Who knows what's going to happen to you. and can tell you exactly how much you need.
It is crazy though, man.
I wouldn't microdose though.
That's the new thing right now.
Yeah, I know. But for my first trip, I wouldn't microdose. I'm not saying I would macro.
How many times have you done mushrooms?
3 dozen.
You've done a lot.
2 dozen.
You've
2
done
dozen.
it a lot. I've
2
only,
dozen times.
I've only done it twice.
I mean, in terms of like, a little bit here, a little bit there, full trip, half trip. Like, yeah. I've done my fair share of mushrooms. They're fantastic. Why
Yeah.
would you not do them? I did them 3 times in one night in Amsterdam.
I will say that's the first time I tried them was in Amsterdam, and then I did them one other time in Vegas. I had two. I only just those twice, but I've had amazing experiences. But my nature also though, it does depend on the person, Prano. Like same way when I get stoned, my nature is always like laughing, good, easygoing. Not that they're comparable, but they can be. That's my nature on mushrooms. I can't stop laughing. You know, like the last time I did them, to me that was what was interesting. We went to a party. It was basically a mushroom party in Las Vegas. I was actually living here at the time, but I was in Vegas. It was a girl I used to date. It was like her and her friend, a couple of my old teacher buddies, a few other people. There was like 10 people at a house party. We all did mushrooms. But a few of the people had awful trips, and they like locked themselves in a room, and me and my buddies were having a blast, which I found like so interesting the next day. What caused them? We're all eating the same thing.
No,
Why are they going off?
So many factors.
And we're laughing watching movies.
So many factors. They were uncomfortable in the environment as you were. How much they ate before they took it as compared to how much you ate. Their just general mental state. There's a million things. But my thing is for the very first time, I just think it's great to be outside.
Yeah.
Because what it does is everything is heightened.
Oh yeah.
So don't take it and walk around Times Square unless you love loud shit.
Yeah, don't do that.
You know?
I agree.
I would suggest if you're going to do it for the first time, there's a great YouTube channel that talks about all this stuff. It's called Psyched Substance. He kind of goes in depth about a lot of different things that you should kind of prepare yourself for going into it to make yourself have a safe time.
Yeah. And it sounds like a good channel, and Nick's giving it a seal of approval, but I also wouldn't
think it?
Yeah, I wouldn't over investigate it. Don't psych yourself out. Pun intended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just go fucking sit by a brook. Go fishing with your buddy and eat some mushrooms. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah, you will.
You might start thinking about like, man, we shouldn't be catching fish. Like they're animals too, and like what? But like that's the worst thing that's gonna happen if you go fishing.
Yeah.
You're gonna start caring too much about the fish.
The mind will go places, man. Call the hotline.
Maybe we can Shark Tank something with mushrooms. By the way, I did have a golf idea. So par 3 courses?
Yeah.
Super fun,
There's
right?
one right by here.
Yeah. So par 3 courses are sort of, I would say the easiest way to describe a par 3 course.
It's the short bus of golf courses.
It's the mini golf version of real golf. Why isn't there par 3 courses that embrace the mini golf culture?
Ooh.
We now have driving ranges that embrace sort of mini golf culture with Top Golf. They're telling you how fast it is, how far it is. There's lights to hit. Why am I not able to, like, from 70 yards out, 75 yards out, let me hit it into a fucking castle, dog.
Through a windmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
on mushrooms.
But think about
this.
Yo,
this is like a theme park. You get mushrooms, you microdose. I'm telling you, this is it. And then you get handed a set of golf clubs, and you don't know, is that really a castle or are you just tripping?
But when you mini golf, all the architecture and everything is contained by space.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, you're hitting into a clown, but the clown can't be fucking big because you're on like a, maybe a half-acre lot. I'm talking about you got this par 3 course hidden into a fucking real-ass castle.
I love it.
Like, you got to cross a fucking straight-up drawbridge.
Yeah, man.
To find the fucking...
I do it.
The green.
Yeah. While you're on mushrooms.
You only need one club with my club too.
Yeah.
Did we just create our own golf game? You know, Prano, you said this is like the Jar Jar Binks of Dirty Sports podcast episodes. I'm thinking we just created the best game ever.
Me's a player. 3-par golf.
The hotline is 310-359-8365. Leave your call and we might play it. All right, guys, we got through this weird episode. It happened. On to the weekend. You excited?
I'm excited for that that Lakers Clips game on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we're calling it.
I almost did something without your approval first. I almost reached out to Chris Wilde to see if he was going to that game, and if not, say, Doug, you got to get over here and Ruther it up on Sunday.
Without my approval?
Yeah. Just like invite him to come and join us.
Oh, okay. You're going to surprise me.
Yeah. But then I was like, oh, Andy might have invited, whoever to come do something. Who knows?
He's like, Andy might have invited. The minute Tug heard live, he
Yeah.
started camping out.
Tug's here. Tug will be barbecuing Sunday morning. Oh, I got to get a little extra breakfast. I mean, I made my kids breakfast. I figured you guys might want some Eggo waffles. Over here making some waffles.
His wife's like, Tug, I don't think the game starts at 9 a.m. He's like, we got to prepare.
Yeah.
Getting over there early.
Did you invite Tug? Will Tug be joining us?
I didn't talk to him about it yet.
Okay.
I mean, I could.
Get Tug over here. Chris, if he's around.
I mean, Tug is chomping at the bit for March Madness.
He's stoked, huh? So what is the plan for March Madness? Are we just doing that Thursday?
We'll go live from opening tip-off Thursday through all the games like we did last year. But then remember Tug came back? Remember Tug texted me?
Mm-hmm.
Just me and Tug did like 4 more hours the next day.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm bringing it back.
I do remember that, yeah. So this year, I'm here Thursday. I leave Friday for Palm Springs. So Thursday, let's go all day.
All day.
Love it.
Maybe I'll have a new couch by then. We'll see. All right, guys, that's the show. Thanks for sticking around. Follow us on social media. I mean, cool. You should. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not plugging it. Just follow me.
At Joe Prano on Instagram, at Fix Your Life on Twitter, joeprano.com for shows. I'll be in Hoover, Alabama next Wednesday through Sunday. That's the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Stardome. It's like mini golf for comedy. And then the following week, as I just said, Friday and Saturday, I will be in Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino in Indio, California. Going to check out some tennis, Indian Wells. And so if you're out there in the desert, come to that. And there's new episodes of Dirty Slides that just dropped today, which we cannot promote to you guys anywhere but here right now because for some reason the Dirty Slides Twitter has been revoked from us. We'll get to the bottom of that soon.
Nick Dale on Twitter. The L is a capital I. And, yeah, just check out the Reddit if you guys want to join the Tournament Challenge. It'll be posted on there immediately after this episode is finished. That's me.
All right, Dirtballs. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. And as always, never forget, stay dirty.